The arena went black, dead silent. And in that moment, every single person in that building knew something was about to change forever. After 437 days of silence, after the rumors, after the denials, after we were told it would never happen, she proved everyone wrong. What you're about to witness isn't just a return. This is a statement. This is revenge. This is the moment that will be replayed for the next decade. But before we get there, before I show you what had 18,000 fans losing their minds and the entire wrestling world in absolute chaos, I need you to do something for me. If you've been riding with Slamzone, if you felt that rush when we break down these moments together, hit that subscribe button right now. Because what happens in this video, what we're about to experience together, this is the kind of moment that reminds us why we fell in love with this business in the first place. Smash that notification bell, because you don't want to miss a single second when history gets made. Now, let's talk about how one woman just changed everything. Monday Night Raw, Philadelphia. The Wells Fargo Center is packed wall to wall, the kind of electric atmosphere that makes your skin tingle even through the screen. We're in the middle of a championship segment. The women's champion is in the ring, microphone in hand, doing what champions do, telling the world that there's nobody left who can touch her. She's been dominant, ruthless. For 6 months, she's run through every contender the company has thrown at her. The crowd is restless though. You can hear it in their voices. They're tired of the same story. They want chaos. They want something real. The champion raises her title high above her head, that gold gleaming under those blinding arena lights, and she says the words that would haunt her for the rest of the night. There is nobody in this locker room who can take this from me. The crowd boos. Signs wave. Some fans are chanting for their favorites. Others are throwing out names of legends, hoping, praying for something different. The champion smirks. She's heard it all before. She turns toward the ramp, daring anyone to prove her wrong. And that's when it happens. The lights flicker. Once, twice. Then complete and total darkness swallows the entire arena. You can hear the confusion rippling through the crowd like a wave. Phones light up across the sea of humanity. Security guards look at each other, unsure. Commentary goes silent. Even through your screen, you can feel it. That thick, suffocating tension when you know something massive is about to explode but you don't know what. Your heart starts pounding. Your hands grip tighter. Because in wrestling, when the lights go out like this, when everything stops, someone is coming back. 5 seconds of darkness. 10 seconds. The anticipation is crushing. Then, cutting through that silence like a blade, a sound. Not just any sound. That sound. The opening notes of a theme song that hasn't been heard in over a year. The crowd erupts before the first lyric even hits. People are jumping out of their seats. Grown men are screaming. Women are crying. The entire building shakes with a roar so loud you'd think the roof was about to collapse. The lights snap back on, bathing the stage in deep purple and silver, and there she stands at the top of the ramp. Hair longer than before. Eyes locked on that ring like a predator who's been starving for 437 days. The camera zooms in on her face, and you can see it. The hunger. The anger. The unfinished business carved into every expression. She starts walking, and every step echoes with purpose. This isn't a nostalgic cameo. This isn't a feel-good moment for the fans. This is a warrior coming back to reclaim what was stolen from her. The champion in the ring has gone pale. The microphone slips from her hand and hits the mat with a hollow thud that somehow carries over the deafening crowd noise. She backs into the corner, eyes wide, shaking her head like she's seeing a ghost. Because in a way, she is. This woman on the ramp wasn't supposed to return. The injury was too severe. The company had moved on. The storylines had shifted. Everyone had accepted that this chapter was closed forever. But legends don't stay buried. She reaches the ring apron and pauses. The crowd is chanting her name now, a thunderous rhythm that pulses through your chest. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. She climbs the steel steps slowly, deliberately, making the champion wait, making her suffer in that corner with nowhere to run. When she steps through those ropes, the entire energy shifts. This is her ring now. This has always been her ring. Commentary is losing their minds. I can't believe what I'm seeing. After more than a year. After the surgery. After everyone said she was done. She's back. The crowd noise is so intense it's distorting the audio feed. Signs are waving everywhere. Fans are hugging strangers. This is one of those moments that transcends the match itself. This is why we watch. This is what makes wrestling beautiful. She walks to the center of the ring and picks up the championship belt that the champion dropped in her panic. She holds it up, not as a celebration, but as a promise. As a declaration. The camera cuts to the champion's face, and you can see the realization setting in. Everything she's built for the last 6 months, every victory, every boast, it all just became irrelevant. Because the real champion is standing 10 feet away, and she wants her throne back. The returning legend tosses the belt at the champion's feet. It lands with a heavy metallic crash. The message is clear without a single word being spoken. That belt belongs to her. That division belongs to her. And she's coming to take it all back. The stare down is intense, two warriors sizing each other up, and you can feel the electricity crackling between them. This isn't just about a championship. This is personal. This is about redemption. This is about proving that some flames can never be extinguished, no matter how hard you try to put them out. The champion finally finds her voice, screaming something unintelligible, raw emotion and fear mixed together. But before anything physical can happen, before we get that explosive collision we're all desperate to see, security floods the ring. Referees, producers, they're separating them, holding them back, because if these two touch right now, this building might actually burn down from the heat they're generating. But here's the thing, and I need you to understand this because it's important, this moment right here, this return, it's not just about shock value. It's not just about getting people to talk on social media. When you look at her career, when you trace back through the journey, you understand why this matters so much. 3 years ago, she was on top of the world. She was the face of the division. Multiple championship reigns. Classic matches that people still talk about in reverent whispers. She was building a legacy that would have put her in the Hall of Fame with first ballot certainty. Then came that match. That brutal, unforgiving match where she took a landing wrong. Something in her neck compressed. The medical staff rushed out immediately. The crowd went silent in that terrifying way where you know something really bad just happened. She was stretchered out, and for weeks, we heard nothing. Radio silence. When the news finally broke, it was devastating. Multiple herniated discs. Nerve damage. Surgery required. Recovery time uncertain. Some doctors said 6 months. Others said never. The company quietly removed her from storylines. Her merchandise disappeared from the shelves. It was like they were erasing her from history. And if you can understand what that feels like, to have everything you've worked your entire life for ripped away in one moment, to have your identity stripped, to wonder if you'll ever feel whole again, then you understand why tonight means everything. She fought through the pain, through the doubt, through the nights where her body screamed at her to quit. She rebuilt herself from nothing, piece by piece, rep by rep, day by agonizing day. Not because she needed the money, not because she craved the spotlight, but because wrestling is who she is. It's in her blood, it's in her soul. And you can't kill that. You can slow it down, but you cannot kill it. If you're feeling this right now, if you're getting chills watching this unfold, do me a favor. Hit that like button. Share this video with everyone in your life who loves wrestling, who understands what it means to fight back against impossible odds. Subscribe to Slamzone because we're going to follow this story every single step of the way, and trust me, this is just the beginning. We're building something special here, a community of people who live for these moments, and I want you to be part of it. The show goes to commercial, but when they come back, the energy hasn't died down even a little. Backstage, cameras catch her walking through the corridor, and wrestlers are coming out of their locker rooms just to see her. Veterans who've shared the ring with her are embracing her with tears in their eyes. Younger talent who grew up watching her are starstruck, unable to form words. This is the respect she's earned. This is the legacy that never faded even when she was gone. But she's not here for nostalgia trips. She finds the general manager's office and kicks the door open. The conversation isn't shown, but you can hear the intensity through the walls. When she emerges minutes later, there's a graphic on the screen. Next month. Pay-per-view. Championship match. Her versus the champion. 1-on-1. No interference. No excuses. The match that will determine once and for all whether she can reclaim her spot at the top or if time and injury have passed her by. Social media explodes instantly. Within minutes, her name is trending worldwide. Wrestling journalists are scrambling to get statements. Former opponents are tweeting their respect. Fans are booking flights to the pay-per-view city because they need to be there live when this happens. The company's stock actually jumps because investors know that this storyline is money. This is what drives subscriptions. This is what sells tickets. This is professional wrestling at its absolute finest. Over the next few weeks, the build is immaculate. Every promo cuts deeper. The champion tries to act confident, tries to convince everyone that she's not scared, but you can see the cracks forming. Meanwhile, the returning legend is focused. She's in the gym at 5 in the morning. She's studying tape at midnight. She's doing everything with a precision and intensity that reminds everyone why she was the best in the first place. The video packages show her journey, from the injury to the surgery to the brutal rehabilitation. They show her crying in physical therapy. They show her first steps back in the ring, tentative and painful. They show the moment she knew she could do this again, when that fire reignited and consumed everything in its path. The pay-per-view arrives, and the atmosphere is something you have to experience to believe. The crowd is molten hot from the opening bell. When her music hits, the ovation is deafening, a wall of sound that physically pushes through the arena. She walks to the ring with purpose, no theatrics, just a woman on a mission. The champion enters next, trying to look intimidating, but you can see her hands trembling slightly when she raises that belt. The bell rings, and what follows is 23 minutes of absolute warfare. They're not holding anything back. Every strike echoes. Every slam shakes the ring. Near falls have the crowd gasping, standing, clutching their heads in disbelief. The champion hits her finisher, and somehow, impossibly, the legend kicks out at 2. The place goes insane. The champion can't believe it. She hits it again. Another kick out. The frustration is building, the desperation setting in. But here's where experience becomes everything. The returning legend weathers the storm, absorbs the punishment, and when the moment comes, when the champion makes one tiny mistake, one split second of overconfidence, she capitalizes. Her signature submission locked in tight. Center of the ring. No ropes to grab. The champion fights, struggles, refuses to tap for what feels like an eternity. Her face turns red, then purple. The referee is checking on her, asking if she wants to quit. The crowd is on their feet, screaming for her to tap. And finally, she does. The hand slaps the mat 3 times, and the bell rings. The arena explodes into chaos. Confetti falls. The music hits. The referee hands her the championship, and when she holds it above her head, tears streaming down her face, it's not just a victory. It's validation. It's redemption. It's proof that some stories are meant to have happy endings after all. Before we wrap this up, I need to say thank you. Thank you for being here, for experiencing this moment with me, for understanding why this matters so much. If this video gave you chills, if it reminded you why you love wrestling, show some love. Like, comment, tell me what you thought, share this with your friends who need to see this. And if you haven't already, please, subscribe to Slamzone and join this incredible family we're building. Because moments like this don't come around often, but when they do, I want us to experience them together. Hit that notification bell so you never miss when we break down the next legendary moment in wrestling history. She's back. The Queen has reclaimed her throne, and the wrestling world will never be the same again. I'll see you in the next one. This is Slamzone, and we're just getting started.